Hey guys, and welcome back to Mellyns, just Mel today. So I'm gonna do a quick, easy makeup look, kind of like a back to school, have to get ready fast in the morning kind of look. This is my everyday go-to when I'm not really doing anything special. It's just kind of an everyday kind of look, especially because a lot of days I'm pretty lazy in the morning, so I don't do full-on glam every single day. But we're gonna jump right into this, so I'm going to prime my face first. So if you're at school all day or at work all day, like me, you like something that's going to make your makeup last. And I've been really loving the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer. It's a smoothing primer. It's supposed to cover up all your pores, but it's also good for people with dry skin because it's pretty hydrating. Usually I have a problem with smoothing primers. They usually ball up, and my skin is combination, so in some places it works, in some places it doesn't. But this one is really great. It works all over my skin. It doesn't ball up. It doesn't react with any foundations or makeup that I've had yet. I don't know, I haven't tried every foundation, but you know. So I really like this one. So we're gonna start off with this. And I just do about one pump in my fingers. And I concentrate this mostly in this area. On my cheeks. I put a little on my forehead. And just whatever left over on my chin. These are the areas where I have most texture and pore problems. So this is where I just like to fill in a little. Okay, so while that's sinking in and kind of prepping my skin, I'm going to move on to brows. And obviously, I mean, I'm one of those people that could take hours doing their brows. Like, I literally sit there and like, it's ridiculous. But on days when I have to do fast makeup, I like to use a pencil that's a little bit thicker than the normal pencil I use, which is the Anastasia Brow Wiz, obviously. So I'm actually using this pencil, this brow pencil I got in a BoxyCharm. It's by Winky Lux. This is just what it looks like. It kind of looks like the Brow Definer by ABH. So, and what I'll do is I just comb through them. Pretty simple. I just got them done, so they're not too crazy right now. And then I'll just fill in the places that are the most sparse. So I have this weird like gap in my eyebrow right here because one time when I got them done, the girl took a little too much off and it hasn't grown back yet. But so I just fill that in, and then anywhere else that I think needs a little help that day. When I'm not going for like a full-on done brow, I like to use a little bit of a lighter shade. So this is actually like a taupe universal shade because I just think it's a little bit easier when the shade is lighter and you don't mess up as much. At least I don't. So then I'll just, that's the wrong side. I'll just brush them through again. And then I will run some ABH brow gel over them. So super simple, but it still looks like you put a little bit of effort into them, which is how I like to do things sometimes. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the face. And I switch up foundation a lot. I've been loving the Benefit, what is that called? I don't know why I'm struggling. The Hello Flawless foundation. I've been loving that recently. I have a few like tinted moisturizers that I love. But today I'm going to use something that I haven't used in a while. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. And this used to be like my holy grail foundation. Like, I was obsessed with it. And then they changed the formula a few years back. And I was like, I don't know if it's still the same. Not really sure if I like it. And then I had a girl in Sephora match me like the completely wrong color. Like, so dark. I was like, this is not my skin tone. And it just kind of turned me off for a little bit. And then my sister actually, Lyn, got this color. Which is actually not a bad match for me. It's a little dark. But when I'm tan, I can pull it off. So I was like, oh, let me give it a try again. So this is what I'm going to be using today. And I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush. I'm using the Morphe M439. It's a little, I need to clean my brushes, so excuse the dirtiness. I'm just going to use one pump and just kind of pat it into my skin. So I love using this brush when I'm in a hurry just because it's so big, but it gives you such a flawless makeup application. So even though it's really quick and easy to blend with, it still is going to make your foundation go on really nice. Okay, one pump for the other side. I don't pump it all the way down. It's kind of like a half pump, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it looks like I'm like stabbing my face right now. I promise I'm being gentle. And now I'm just going to use like a little tiny pump, not even that much, for my forehead. I really don't put that much makeup on my forehead. It's like one of my least problem areas, so I try to keep it pretty clean so that it stays that way. My cheeks are really where, and my nose, oh my nose, those are where I get the most problems. I had the weirdest like blemish the other day, like right at the corner of my eye, and I had no idea where it came from. I've never had anything close to my eyes like that, so it kind of freaked me out, but it went away from using this freaking miracle product that I just started using. Well, it's been a few weeks. My Thursday blog post will be about this product, so you'll learn all about it, but I think I've mentioned it in a few videos and been like, oh, I'm gonna do a blog post soon about it. So finally Thursday, you'll get to know what I've been using, but it's amazing. I love it. Okay, so that's it for foundation. I'm gonna move on to the concealer. I don't have too many spots right now, which is crazy because usually I have like little red spots, and so it's really just my eyes that I need to conceal. I have a little bit of dark circles underneath, and I have a lot of pigmentation on my lids, so I like to blend it out a little bit. I don't like to cover it up completely just because sometimes it's nice when I'm doing like a light eyeshadow look because there's already some pigment there, so I just like sweep some color in there and then it looks like I did more than I actually did. So I'm going to be using the Givenchy, what is this? The Mr. Light Stylo Correction Instant Light Corrective Pen in number 3. I got this when the Givenchy girl, we were in New York one time and she did my makeup and it looked amazing. So I had to buy it, obviously. But it's just a really nice light concealer for under the eyes, but it brightens and it gives you some pretty good coverage under the eyes. I wouldn't use it anywhere else on my face for like really coverage, but for the eyes it works wonders. And I guess if you wanted to highlight the face it would be good, but if I ever have spots or anything like that and I need like them to be covered more than foundation, I'll either use the NARS Soft Matte or the Tarte, obviously Shape Tape, because it's like crazy. So, and then I just like kind of gently pat. I don't like to rub the concealer under my eyes just because I do crease a lot under the eyes no matter what. Like, it just happens. I don't know why. I could set it with pounds of setting powder. I've tried every single concealer under the sun that says it's creaseless, but it just creases on me. I just have creasy under eyes. I've just learned to live with it. So I try not to rub too much and make it worse. So I'm just gonna pat, gently pat. And obviously on a normal day I could do this makeup look in like 10 minutes, but since I'm talking it's kind of taking me a little bit longer. And the concealer and the face I feel like always take the longest. I don't know why, but I could sit here and blend concealer and foundation for days. Okay, that's concealer. So now, oh, and I just used my Morphe Y10 to blend that out. I love this brush for concealer, and I love the gold handles. I want more like this. They're so pretty. Not that I need any more brushes, but... So now I'm going to set my under eyes, and I'm using another Morphe brush. This is the M438. I really like that it's tapered, and it just kind of like fits really nicely under the eyes. So what powder am I going to use today? So I have a bunch of options that I like to switch in between for powder. I have 2 loose powder options and then 3 pressed. So for a fast day, I usually just like to use a pressed. It's less messy. So I'm gonna use this one. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me in 220. I really like this for setting under my eyes or my face. I use this mostly when I'm just going for like a natural look and I'm not trying to like really go for like full on bright under eyes. But I just dip it and then I just press it into the skin. I'm gonna set my eyelids as well with this. If I want to go for something more illuminating under the eyes, I use my Hourglass. This is, what is this? The Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light. This is what it looks like. I hit pan. I'm really sad. But I love this powder for underneath the eyes. And if I'm going for like a glowy look, I'll use this to set my face as well. There's no shimmer in it, but it just like gives this like pretty like brightness. I don't know, like lit from within. It's not glittery though, so, or shimmery in any way. And then I also like to use, so I'm going to set my face quickly because it's a little tacky. I don't do this every day, but today it's just feeling a little tacky. Must have been what I used for skincare. But I'm going to use the Giamatti Prism Visage Quad Powder. So now we're going to take a break from the face and kind of let that sink into the skin. I'm going to go on to eyes. So eyes are pretty simple on a daily basis. I usually just take whatever bronzer I'm using that day and I'll run it in my crease, and then I'll put a little bit of brown liquid liner on my lash line and then some mascara. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of eyeshadow and use a bronzer. So I've been, ooh, my voice just cracked. So I've been trying to use up this NARS bronzer. It's Laguna for a really long time now because I have a new one waiting for me, but I feel like I can't waste this. So I'm going to use this today. I'm just going to take a really big fluffy brush, and this is the Morphe E27. I love this brush for just fast eyeshadow, and I'm talking extremely fast. For fast eyeshadow, I like to use this brush because it's just very fluffy. You can just like kind of wipe it across and there you go. So I'm just going to run this everywhere in my crease. It's just going to define your eyes a little bit, and it kind of makes me look more awake when I'm still half asleep. So I don't know why, but I always do my eyeshadow with my eyes open. Let me know if you do that. I don't know if it helps or not, but I just feel like it really allows me to like get in my crease, I feel like. Let me know if I'm crazy or if that's a real thing. Now, I guess I'll jump back to face actually. I'll do my bronzer since I have it out. So I'm going to use this too. And I'm just using this Sephora brush. It's like kind of messed up in the middle, but I kind of like it because it splits the sides so I can like really get into my cheeks. And this is the, I don't even know, Flawless Light Powder 50, I think, Pro. It's like pretty much rubbed off on the handle. I've had this forever. So, but I'm just gonna kind of swirl it in here and try and get some of this product. I'm really trying to use this up. And then just tap it off. And I'm not going to contour with this, but I am going to just like put it in my cheekbones to kind of give me a light contour. Just to kind of like shape my face a little, because no one's got time for contouring. And this is one of my all-time favorite bronzers. It was, for a while, the only bronzer that I used. This was obviously before the butter bronzer and my beautiful Marc Jacobs one, which I haven't been using as much recently. I don't know why. But this was always my go-to. I think it's a beautiful color. It gives your face a nice warmness to it, but it's not overly warm where it looks orange or anything, at least on my skin tone. Now we're going to move on to, let's add a little blush. So I don't always go with a blush. I have a really heavy hand for some reason when it comes to blush, but something that's really helped me apply blush better and lighter and not make me look like a clown is the Luxie Pro Precise Tapered Brush. I actually got this in a BoxyCharm and I love it. It is amazing. Oh, it's like my favorite blush brush. It's a little dirty right now. I need to clean my brushes today. But I like to go for a nice warm, peachy, naturally blush. So let's see. All my blushes are pretty much peach. It's not really much of a difference. So I'm going to go with the Too Faced Love Flush in I Will Always Love You. I haven't used this one in a while, but I used to be obsessed with it. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to swirl my brush in it just a tiny bit, like tiny bit. That was probably too much. And I'm just going to pop it here. Just to make me look more alive. Now I don't always do this. If you're not someone who loves blush, you can totally skip this step. Or if you're someone who is obsessed with blush, I mean, go all for it. I'm going to move on to the rest of my eyes. And where's my eyeliner? Okay. So on more fast, naturally makeup days, I like to use a brown eyeliner for a little bit of a wing. I don't go like very dramatic. I like to keep the wing kind of when I curl my lashes so that it looks like it's an extension of my curled lashes. And I've been using the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner in Serum in Deep Brown. I love this eyeliner. I actually have a backup sitting in my backup bin of this because I love it that much. It's almost out, but like I get like one really good one and then the second one's like a little bit harder and I'm like, oh no, oh no. But it still has a good product in there, so I can't bring myself to throw it away. So I just do I just do a thin line following my lash line and just kind of wing it out at the end. It's not completely even, but it is just a nice thin wing. This one went a little, they went a little further than I normally do on a normal day. I was a little bit excited filming this video. What are you gonna do? But once I curl my lashes and put mascara on, you won't really be able to tell because it's so close to my lash line. Praying. Let's see. So now I'm just going to curl my lashes and put on some mascara. So next I'm going to use this new mascara actually that I just got. And this is the Essence Volume Stylist Lash Extension Mascara with Lengthening Fibers. I love mascaras with lengthening fibers. I've used the Trish McAvoy one a ton, but it's really expensive. So sometimes I don't like to buy it every single time that I run out. This is actually the lash curling mascara, not the high volume one. The high volume one is so much better. I like this one too, not as much as the high volume one, but actually the best thing to do is to do the high volume one. It makes your lashes like super long, and then use this one after it before it dries because this makes them like really voluminous. So if you want to spend $60 on mascara, get the two and use them together. But they're really great. I love that they're so skinny and that the brushes are really tiny. Mine is like broken, so I'm not even going to try to open it right now. It takes me like 10 minutes to open it. I need to get a new one, but it's $30 and I don't want to do that. But see, it like kind of is like leaning this way. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but the part in here is like bent, so it like gets stuck. I don't even know. But that's some really good mascara with lengthening fibers in it. So I'm excited to try this out and see if it compares. I mean, it's Essence, so it's a super affordable brand, so I'm excited to see how they do. I love the packaging. It's like this like braided like candle. It's like super weird. There's also another one in this line. It's in a pink tube. I don't know what that one's called, but it's also new by Essence. I think Lyn bought it. I'll have to ask her how it was, but this is the one I bought. So where's it gonna go in? The brush is really interesting. So it's like pretty fat in the middle, and then the end of it gets like super skinny. I don't know if you can see that. Is it focusing? So that's what the brush looks like. So I'm excited to try this. I need to get closer. I'm sorry if my mirror is in the way. So the formula is like super dry, which I'm not usually a fan of because it just usually makes my lashes super clumpy. But so far this isn't too bad. They are clumping a tad. What do you guys think? Alright. They're not as, it's not as good as my Kiko mascara. I mean, my Kiko mascara is like my all-time favorite affordable mascara, but it's not bad. I mean, it gave me nice volume. I wish it had given me a little bit more length, and the formula is a little bit drying for my liking, but overall, it's not horrible. I do like the shape of the brush though. So that's mascara. I think this is the type of mascara that you kind of need to go in with it and just kind of go and not touch it once it dries, because if you try and layer it, it kind of gets a little clumpy. I mean, it's not horrible. It did give me good volume, a little bit of length. I wish there was a little bit more length, but lashes don't look that bad. So I never put mascara on the bottom lashes just because it gets under my eyes. I just can't wear it. I don't know what it is. Let me know if you have some tips and tricks about wearing mascara on your bottom lashes so that it doesn't get all under. I don't know. I just can't do it. So next, what's left? Highlight and lip. So I'm going to be using the MAC highlighter in Oh Darling. This is the Extra Dimension Skin Finish. It's just this really beautiful gold. I've been obsessed with this, and I recently got the Maybelline Chrome Master highlight, which they look almost identical. So if you want a good dupe for this, this right here. But I'm going to be using MAC today, just because it's my tried and true. I love it. So I'm just taking my Morphe M501. If you couldn't tell, I love Morphe brushes. They're cheap, and they do their job. What more could you want? So I'm just going to highlight a little. Beautiful, beautiful. Now obviously this is if I want like a lot of glow, which is most days, but if I was just going to go for a more natural glow, or wanted to go for that, I would use the Essence Pure Nude Highlight. I love this highlight. It's really, really pretty for just an everyday kind of glow. I love highlight. So, you know, if you're in school or if you're someone younger, this is a great highlight for just a natural, like, lit from within, very pretty glow. Be perfect for school. So the last thing we have to do is lips. And I don't really wear a ton of lip products. I never really did. I'm trying to get into it more. I actually just bought the Desi Katie Dose of Colors collab, the Hot Fire is it called? The bright red lip. I'm really excited to try it out. I've never worn a red lip before. I thought, well, why not? I got the eyeshadows too. I'm really excited for that stuff. It did all sell out, but they did say that they'll be restocking in September, so that's awesome. I'm glad that they already have like a date. Well, they don't have an exact date, but they already know when it's going to be coming back. So that's nice of them. Anyway, so I'm going to be using the Givenchy, I don't know what this is exactly called, the Rouge Perfecto? Perfect Pink? That might be the name. Anyway, so I feel like I've been using a lot of their products, but I just have a lot of their products after being in New York that one time. But this is just a lip balm that is supposed to change color based on your lip tone or your skin tone and your lip color. And I don't know, so we're just going to use it because it's simple and easy. Okay. It just gives you this nice, like, pink kind of lip. Your lips but better kind of color. But this is my simple, kind of everyday, fast, although it didn't seem fast to you guys, I'm sure, makeup look. What do you think? This would pretty much be how I would wear my hair if I was still in school every day, because who's got time for that? So this is pretty accurate. But yeah, so that's all I had for you guys today. Let me know if you like this video by hitting the thumbs up or like button. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe. And let us know if there are any other looks that you would like to see or any back to school videos. We're trying to do some different things. We want to get into doing more like makeup looks and makeup tutorials on the channel for you guys. So let us know if that's something you guys are interested in. But I think that's all I have. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you in our next video. Bye!